Welcome everyone to session 64 of The Space Between. We have a recap from last time from Pete, and I will be reading it since Robert is not with us tonight. It says, Session 63, Bravely ran Sir Beau. A forklift with no fork? What kind of ship is this? The warbots melted a hole into the door, so we triggered the demolition charge on them. When they emerged from the smoke, it looked like they had some serious damage. That was a well-placed demo charge. Good job, Beau. And then the elevator went back down. Ugh. They're even shooting at the airlock. This ship is huge, and it doesn't have guns. But it's a research ship of some sort with lots of gear? Maybe it's valuable? It was chaos when we exited the hangar. Sirens, automated warnings, and those giant guns firing at us. We got hit a couple of times, but through the power of teamwork, we prevailed and survived. We're all a little shook up still. This ship is really fancy. It has spas and racquetball courts. I just hope we can afford it. End log. So yeah, you guys got away with the goods. You got the big juicy pre-tech cruiser, and you have only just begun exploring the floor plan, finding all the secrets that it has to offer. And there was some discussion of plans. We did that offline for the most part. So might need to uh, iron out a few more things about exactly what's going on. But take it away. The session
Well,
is yours.
let's hear what you changed about the ship.
Yes. So, um, mostly fairly minor changes. Um, I think the biggest thing is a slight retcon to something I'd said about the number of luxury cabins available. Um, I was uh, I was neglecting the fact that there are actually five, um, not just four.
Okay.
The the ship has a slightly higher than you might expect crew capacity, and so a max of 50 gives you five luxurious cabins.
All right. Never forget. Did you say that one of those was the captain's, or did the captain have their own separate quarters?
One of those is the captain's quarters, yes,
Okay.
and yeah, in fact, uh, they they're positioned all around that. They've kind of got their own floor there, um, between all those luxury cabins and then all of the amenities that go along with them.
Okay. And is the free power and free mass correct?
That
Like,
is correct.
okay, so
Um,
we actually have. I can't remember if it count. Oh, I could just look at Swallowtail. It counts down, so we've actually got 10 power and 11 mass available.
yes, you do. And
A lot.
yeah, as you take stock of the ship's systems, after having spent, I think I mentioned this last time, you guys spent um, a long time. Depending on exactly the timetable of what you guys are doing when, you may still be in the middle of this process, but over the course of a day or so, you will be able to tear out all kinds of stuff and get into the guts of the ship and claim it as your own, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Rebooting and resetting all the software stuff. As you go and take stock of everything, um, you you are impressed by the efficient and streamlined design of this ship, uh, compared to anything you've seen before. You may not have gotten to physically dig around in a cruiser class ship before. Um, you've surely at least uh, yeah, perused some magazines that advertised their capabilities. And besides the fact that this thing has a bit more juice and some impressive space saving techniques already. Um, a couple of the most demanding fittings have been designed particularly well and take up much less mass and power than they typically might. Notably, the spike drive takes up less space and energy than you'd expect. And once you start poking around the mobile factory, it too seems um, particularly well designed, like extra attention and thought went into that.
I was gonna ask you about that. Let's see. So automation support gives us as many as our max, right?
So it gives you the capability for the ship to operate, bots up to I believe it is the max crew. Um, I seem to have lost one of my tabs. Here we go. There we are. Yeah, let's see.
It
What's the
doesn't actually
exact?
say. It just basically says operation.
Yeah, crew may be replaced with bots. So yeah, presumably, it can support up to the normal complement of crew. Um,
I see.
but yeah, you guys, you guys were able to find. I think there were 20 bots already on board that are, they're registered and set up in the automation support system,
Okay.
um, and they're very simple bots. Seem like they've been programmed with the basic skills to do ship functions and stuff, but not really complex thinking or decision making, anything like that.
All right. Are they capable of operating the mobile factory?
They are, yes.
All
Since
right.
that is a fitting on the ship, they are also trained in its use.
All right. Next question is the mobile factory more efficient, as you said, in such a way that it requires less personnel to operate?
Uh, it is not.
Okay.
Um, it Well, let's see.
The
Oh, no, no,
the
no, no.
the reason I ask is normally it takes 100 personnel, and each 10 fewer doubles repair times, repair or
Right.
maintenance.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's not like it was left, basically ready to go. The efficiency is in the mass and power that it
Okay.
requires from the ship,
All right. So we
and
would need to would need to pay effectively 30,000 to bring our bot total up to 50 if we wanted to that's still a lot of extra time.
yeah, it's definitely it seems like, just as you examine the state of the factory and whatnot, it seems like it was not exactly left like poised and ready to be deployed at a moment's notice to be fully functional. It's and it may have been expected to have like external support.
Okay. Uh, right. Even if we had 50 hands, it would still take 32 times the normal time to do anything with it.
Yeah, it's definitely it's going to need some dedicated you know I guess enhancements probably in y'all's case to bring it up to fully functional operation.
Hmm. Maybe you can.
Send in the mooks.
Sorry, go ahead, Ethan.
I was saying send in the mooks.
Well, even if we, uh, where I'm
I
at
guess
with
we
it,
can't even henchman enough or hench enough henchmen to.
yeah, we would basically only be able to really use it without significant time spent if we could land the ship on the ground, which we can't because it's a cruiser, or hook up to another ship that has enough crew that we're not actually supporting the extra 50 people above our max. Um, and yeah, then we could use it at normal speed. Um,
Yeah, if there is a fitting that lets you increase the crew capacity. So if you did that, then the automation support would, you know, likewise be able to support enough bots to meet that number.
that's true. It's certainly true, and it would also increase our number of luxury cabins magically. I mean, as part of the upgrades.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, there's already the foundations and kind of the infrastructure on the ship to satisfy the additional space as you
Yeah.
carve out bits and pieces from unused area of the ship, I guess.
Yeah, so this is me, not Bo saying it, but more bots sounds like the answer.
Now,
I'm loving the
having the
mental
equivalent
image
of
of
100 bots doesn't mean we actually have 100 bots, right? It just means that our automation support has that output capability. Or does it actually mean 100 bots?
I'm not quite sure which part you were keying in on. So
The automation support.
upgrading the automation support, it has whatever capacity your ship's crew
No, I just want to
capacity
know
is.
what the bots look like.
Oh wait, what they look like?
Sort of. Let me parse that better. So right now our automation support supplies, you said 20 crew worth of bottage.
Yes, there are 20 bots on the ship
Okay, so if we
that
did
can
double our
operate
max
various
crew
functions.
size and then bought the other 80 bots, which are 1,000 each,
Mm,
to work the mobile factory, we would then have 100 bots on the ship.
correct.
Okay,
So
all right.
yes, Bo would be squeezing down hallways past
So many
rows,
robots.
like a solid line of bots marching in unison.
Although I guess you just have them mostly in the factory sweating away for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we
exactly.
only need 10 of them to operate the ship.
That might not be terrible if we just have them back there cranking out widgets or whatever.
Mm.
How
I'm
big is the ship?
How big is the ship?
Yeah.
It is quite large, TM. Now it's I
What's the
have
look
purposely
like?
avoided an exact dimension on the ship because there is free power and mass available, and um, these things are intended to be slightly pretty flexible. It's not like there's a consistent ship size for whatever class. I hadn't fully concreted everything that I wanted to do with the ship layout already, much less what you guys want to do. So,
Just for some frame of reference, though, like, would you say the internals are like the size of a football field, or larger, or smaller?
I'm
yeah,
guessing it would equate to like modern naval ships, maybe. I mean,
um,
since so many things are World War II analogous, and
Have you been on one of those? They're pretty big.
yeah, I was gonna say honestly, football field is probably not too far off. Um, maybe a bit smaller than that, but yeah, most of that is going to be taken up in cargo space, the fighter bay, and the factory. Um, So lots of large cavernous spaces on the ship, and then the relatively like normal sized rooms. Also, also quite a bit of space taken up on the this upper floor by the luxury cabins and
Hmm.
space. Because what I'm kind of envisioning is like the front half of the ship is most of the various rooms and the bridge, with the bridge being kind of at the front first floor. So a lot of the stuff, including factory, being first floor, and then above all of that being luxury cabins and all of their stuff. Like quite a bit of the space that is not cargo space, is luxury cabin space.
Okay. Well, we definitely have enough free power and free mass that I don't have to immediately go on suggesting that we tear out the mobile factory. We can build
True.
around it and decide if we want to basically put in the cost and effort it would need to make it more useful to us after we've already gotten through some of the other things, because the extended life support, it's gonna cost us 3 of each power and mass, unless we also reduce that in size, which is gonna take a pre-tech component or 2 or 5. I can't remember.
Oh, talking about oh yeah, not oversized mountings. You're talking about the specialized mountings.
Specialized, yeah.
So specialized mountings actually do not take components at all. It's
Ooh,
just
that's right.
a percentage of the hull.
Okay.
What is it? 10% of hull. So yeah, each one's going to be 500,000 credits.
Yeah, it's not cheap. But it would save us 2 power and 2 mass if we did decide to double our max crew size.
Yeah, and notably, you do that only once per type of fitting. So if you're going to do,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you would want to do that multiple times, but you
Not
could
really,
if you
no.
if you really wanted to.
Like having 10 luxury cabins and space for 100 crew slash passengers is more than enough.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny is the fitting by default it says like if you're only a few guys short, it really hugely increases the amount of time it takes. Doesn't say anything about having a few extra guys increasing the, or I guess reducing the time that it takes. So,
It's only downhill
hmm
or uphill. I'm not sure.
it's a finely tuned system, so it needs to be just so, where it operates much less efficiently.
Yes.
But there's no improving on the setup, especially considering this was this factory workflow was perfected, several centuries ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
Anybody else thoughts,
that's.
questions, concerns? Heard a lot of quiet.
I'm still not sure what to make of the factory, but we'll get around to it, or I'll work my way around to it.
Okay. Say I'm an open book.
Oh, you've already answered
I
all the
mean,
questions. You can't answer whether I think it's worth keeping on a ship or not for me.
that is true. I
The factory does sound pretty dope. I don't know what we do with it. It sounds pretty
isn't
dope.
that an interesting question?
I
We
mean, I
would.
guess we can crank out whatever we want.
The problem is there's no cranking out. Like even if we get all the bots that we can possibly get, all the hands that we can possibly get in the ship, and still fly it around and not just dock somewhere, it takes 32 times longer to make anything. It's the way he wrote it feels like it's basically useless unless you're at 90% capacity, maybe 80% capacity. That's only 4 times more time. But once you dip down to like having 79 people working on it, it takes 8 times the normal amount of time, and crafting times for things is already slow. Time to repair is fairly slow. So right now we can't do much with it.
It's definitely it would be an investment.
Yeah, that's why it says like it's something that I don't have to worry about right now. None of us have to worry about right now because we have enough free power and mass to play around with otherwise. You just leave it sitting there, sitting in a corner, making Eva drool.
I mean, but is there any harm in having it like passively run?
Nah, not
Very
really.
slowly cranking out free grenades.
I think I did the math last time, how long it actually takes to, at current capacity, where we've got, 20 bots. It was, I believe, at 256 times the normal amount of time. So if it takes a week to make a grenade, this mobile factory takes 256 weeks. That's very slowly.
Yeah, unfortunately, the way that the way that he told you said like how fast it works and then how much extra time it takes are different ways of measuring. So he said it's 10,000 credits worth a day, which is I guess you can use that to calculate, okay, how long would it take to, construct one of whatever item and then multiply that by however many
He's
times.
not just using the regular crafting rules. I may have skipped
Yeah, exactly.
that part. Okay, so 1,000 or 10,000 divided by 256. So that's not as bad. 39 credits worth of stuff a day.
That's not nothing.
Actually, that's a lot better than I thought. I was just I'd skipped over the 10,000. I was only looking at the 5,000, or actually, I was only looking at the 10,000 as like how much it can repair, not as a metric of construction, because normally crafting is a week for equipment, a month for a vehicle, etc., etc. Okay. Interesting. So I do have a question then, Ben. Does this mobile factory mean that we no longer have to pay double the cost for crafting equipment? Because it has effectively the stuff that makes economy of scale.
Yeah, if basically if the factory is able to craft a given thing, and you have the parts that you can supply it with, then yeah, you can craft regular equipment at normal price.
Ooh, I like it a lot more now.
Oh my.
I imagine that all of this is going on several planning boards as Eva ponders over the very limited production capability of it, and she's trying to narrow down like what could possibly be made with this thing in the span of a day of a spike drill. spike drill to some other place.
Wait, is ammo makeable?
Yep. At 39
So
credits worth of ammo per day, so 2 units of ammo. Well, 2 packs of ammo.
so we are very incentivized to get this thing to full operation.
Yeah, or at least more operational. I will make a note because this is something that Eva would be well aware of. This factory is only going to be capable of manufacturing things that it has, like the blueprints for, has
Mhm.
been programmed to, output.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Time to go download a bunch of 3D printer files.
Yeah, I imagine that I'll probably be asking you to get schematics and blueprints
Yeah.
that the factory can use whenever any of us are starting to think about big projects like making demo charges.
Googling rocket-propelled grenade schematics at the public library.
How to build a bomb in Minecraft.
Yeah,
5
okay.
sand, 4 gunpowder.
Well, there's another important question that Bo needs answers to.
What's that question?
We have a smuggler's hold. But they're currently smuggling anything in the smuggler's hold.
That's a good
As
question.
soon as Bo hears about that, he's heading there.
All right. He's on his way to crack that sucker open.
They always keep the good stuff in the smuggler's hold.
Yeah, so basically there's there's like a hidden control somewhere I think in the cargo bay, kind of in the space. It's taking up some space between the cargo bay and the
Space
factory.
between, you say?
Yes.
Roll credits.
Wait, what was that?
You said the space between the factory and the cargo bay.
Title drop. I missed it.
I did.
It's the name of the movie.
So yeah, they you can basically open up the false panel,
Oh.
and there's a single pallet with like a large crate sealed sitting on top of it. It seems like it was positioned so that you could still use the cargo lifter to move stuff in and out of the smuggler's hold as well. So.
Bo crawls in there for the crate, says, "Come on, top shelf hooch, let's go."
Wait, cargo lifter?
Oh, did we get the robot? Is that inside the shuttle, or is that back at the bay?
Oh, so the cargo lifter, it was in the cargo bay of the cruiser. That was one of the things you saw when you came
Let's
up into the
go.
cargo
We
bay.
stole an exoskeleton.
Oh, okay. Is that a cargo
That's-
lifter or is it a shuttle of its own on its own?
So this is not like a ship. It's not I think the cargo lighter is what you're thinking of.
It is, yeah. Are you using lifter as like a lot of people just say lifter when they mean lighter? Are you saying lifter as a different thing
Oh.
than a lighter?
Yes, I mean
Okay,
like a
gotcha.
sci-fi forklift.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That is definitely my confusion.
Gotcha.
We got a complimentary forklift with our new cruiser.
Yes, you did. Yeah, funny enough, I actually did debate between putting a fighter bay or just a cargo lighter on the ship because
Mm.
it's pretty similar. And in this case, I just was like, well, fighter ship bay, that it's a little more versatile, and felt like the right thing for this situation. But anyway, yeah. So Bo gets in there and is working to crack this thing open. Um, he can get the top off, and in the top of the packing material, there is there is actually like a bottle of some kind of champagne or something, and there's like a large piece of stationery with in a fancy script, it says enjoy.
So, well, don't mind if I do. Slips it into his backpack. Ace, he'll check the side, dig in deeper. Ace, make sure it's not like a bomb factory or something that he's about to
So
crack into.
so he digs down into the packing material a little bit, hits metal, and pushes some aside to reveal a robotic face.
Mm.
Unmanly scream.
Is that audible over comms?
It would definitely be echoing through the
Oh, yeah,
hull.
ringing through the ship.
I'm imagining Eva being on the factory floor, hearing like a scream in the walls. Like, wait, what?
Yeah. Uh, Bo, Pete, someone's here.
So it's just like robot heads, or is it a whole robot in there?
You dig around more. There's more to the robot. It's got a full body and everything, just laying in this crate. Looks like there's room for several more to be packed down into this crate.
Freaky.
They're replacement bots.
Wasn't
Or
expecting you there, little fella. Well, I guess what kind of fella are you? He'll try to, I guess, unbury more, see if he can find, I guess, fittings or stuff on it to indicate the purpose of the robot.
Yeah. So as he reveals more of it,
Eva's gonna
this
try
is
and follow
a
the sound, by the way.
okay. Yeah, she would. I imagine she would go around out to the cargo bay because she would pretty quickly realize there's nothing over against that wall she thought she heard the scream through, and so pretty soon she'll be finding the the opened wall panel. Bo in this little hideaway. Um, yeah, no, this thing is broad-shouldered, heavily plated, and
Uh-oh.
sporting one of its arms just ends in like a weapon emitter.
Ethan
Ooh,
fell for one of the classic blunders.
unpacking a warbot.
Unpacking a box that was in the Pandora's box that the GM set up for you to open.
So we saw those. Does it look like the warbots that were coming up out of the factory?
It does look similar, though. It seems this one arm ending in a weapon emitter is different from the other ones that you saw. Those ones all had their two hands.
Different model, fella. I should probably get somebody who knows more about robots out here.
Cue Eva trying to sneak around while whispering to Pete where she is, and she should probably also call for Zeke and Cherry to be on the lookout. There's something creeping around the ship.
Oh no.
Zeke would be creeping around the ship.
I need to roll a
Walking
sneak
around.
for Eva.
Yeah, bring it on.
Just because it's funny to see her roll things like that. Does she startle Bo again? Or does he hear her and startle her?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get a notice from Bo. I'm expecting a more than a 5, but
Not much more.
not much.
Apparently his attention is occupied too.
Well, so I guess he notices.
Yeah, he would
Okay.
hear her footfalls on the cargo bay floor outside.
She's trying to be so quiet. Got her laser pistol held out, slightly in front of her, peeking around.
He'll make sure the champagne's good and hidden.
What does
Then
he want to
call.
look? What does he want to look like he's doing when she peeks her head around the corner?
Well, I guess once he makes sure that's packed up, he'll say, "Oh, Eva, just the person I was looking for. They left some robo thing in the smuggler's hole."
Oh, was that you? Did you make that horrible noise?
Oh, nah, that was probably a ghost.
Uh,
I'm sorry, what?
You know them spaceship ghosts? You hear about them from all them spacers.
No, that's just when people try to do things like make flavored spectrals. Sometimes people see ghosts. I never did.
Yeah, probably just one of them. They discombobulated the frequentizer on the starboard plating and
No,
made
I
a
checked
space
the
ghost.
spike drill and it's perfectly normal. Boring normal. No ghosts on this ship. Did you say you found bots?
Yeah, they had some.
Ooh, let me
At least
see.
one of them packed away in here in some crate, and they kind of look like them warbots. But he's got a gun hand,
Yeah.
which I guess maybe that's a plus in their favor. Minus for being bots, but plus for gun hand.
Cherry's listening to this comms, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I was gonna say I think everyone has comms on, but I don't know.
Yeah, once Eva thought that there was a threat, she would have brought comms on, I think.
I guess we may want you down here, Cherry, if we can fire these bad boys up. Or I don't know, make sure they don't fire up. If we can't make sure they're on our side.
Do you think maybe you might want to wait until, like, I don't know, we have our ship and stuff before you possibly blow holes in this ship?
I
Well,
figured they could wake up and everything.
Why do they wake up? What's gonna be like 30 more minutes if they've been asleep for 100 years?
That's a lot of shooting if they get 30 minutes.
Eva's poking at the
Okay.
bot. She's investigating it.
Okay. Oh yeah, I could.
Did you want me to roll
Yeah,
something
you
for
could.
her?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a fix check.
Alright. Wow, low for her again.
Yeah, she'd need to re-roll that to get much more than what Bo was already able to tell at a glance.
I'm fine with letting her she's pretty overwhelmed, and I'm fine with letting her over her excitement over everything that's happening just kind of put her on the back foot.
Okay.
Did my reroll just in case.
Sounds good. Yeah, she's taking a close look, but yeah, there's a lot of details that are unfamiliar design, and that weapon arm in particular looks like nothing she's ever seen.
Okay. So then, well, I've seen this before. Clearly, it's an on-ship security bot. This is where you put the Void Carbine, but obviously a different design. Ben trying to say that Eva doesn't know something.
Well, yeah, no, she nailed it.
Perfect.
Just a lucky guess, I suppose.
Well, I agree with Cherry, Bo. Let's keep these packed away until we have full and complete control and legal control of this ship.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pop the crate lid back on.
Zeke, have you been down here so you can teleport in if we need to?
I imagine he probably would have been by this point.
Teleport the whole ship 10 meters at a time.
Yeah, I'd say he's definitely been nearby where they're at in the cargo hold, so he could pop on down nearby and then come walk the interior of the smuggler's hold. This is the first time it's been cracked open, so he would definitely want to get in on there.
Based on
So-
other boxes in the smuggler's hold, does it look like there are more bots like this, or just the one?
No, this is the only crate this large. There are a couple other small boxes of odds and ends kinds of things, and it you start opening those up. It does look actually like a good portion of it is various mind-altering substances.
Well,
Oh,
Someone's
I just
personal
try to
collection, it would seem.
hey, Robert.
Hey
Why
there,
is it
you should-
anytime I'm
Oh.
especially late, I join and it's
Mind-altering
immediately
substances.
mind-altering substances?
You're just in time. Yeah, we were just debating what to do with these
Mhm.
incredibly addictive and dangerous substances.
Well, Bo said, well,
Little
someone
comment.
should probably keep a close eye on that. I mean, I guess I can.
No, we'll just lock the smuggler's hold.
Well, I guess that's what you think's best. Can Bo try to pocket like a handful? The crate, give like a sneak check.
You think
Yeah, I
you're
think
gonna
a
beat
sneak
Eva's
check is-
notice?
I think a sneak check is definitely called for in this situation.
Oh, he's sneaky.
Eva's notice check was so sneaky itself, didn't even notice I rolled it already. Of course, it doesn't look like a roll. That doesn't look like a roll that's even possible.
Wow.
Disappointed.
Man, I probably get the whole box.
I say, Bo has pocketed whatever he was going for before Eva has even finished saying whatever she was saying about, no, we should leave this alone.
I think at this point she's probably at least noticed the illicit substances because there was no effort to hide them, and she's distracted herself with listing off the various places that these could possibly be sold, while simultaneously reminding herself and Bo and anybody else who's still listening on comms that this is contraband and that we can't technically sell it anywhere. But she's also calculating now how much she thinks it might be worth, depending on what it is and various things. Yeah, she's so wrapped up in her own head right now. Bo could probably, maybe not take a whole crate out, but he could certainly have left the smuggler's hold and locked her in it.
Oh, she's in her own little world at the moment. All right, so very good. Bo has pilfered a sampling of the
Got booze and
illicit
drugs.
materials. Yeah.
I don't think Pete would have a problem with the fact that it's illicit drugs. He's too pragmatic to care.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, some of the stuff on Lahaina probably comes close.
I think that's probably what Eve is using to justify not rejecting it outright, because she's like, she doesn't want to be contributing to the ills of society, but it's kind of the same as Lahaina already has.
You get that hidden menu boba.
Yeah.
I think she settles mostly on she doesn't want to get caught.
Makes sense.
Just send it on a very slow path to a specific Lagrange orbit around a specific moon or planet, and it's not that hard for somebody else to find if they have the
Yeah,
transponder
just
frequency.
send
then
over
drop
that Lagrange point is.
I mean, Bo might not. He may not.
Okay. That's the greatest catch if ever.
So, question, you said these are illicit substances, but they're hundreds of years old. So, how do we recognize what they are?
Let Bo test him.
Oh my.
Sorry, how do you recognize these things? The drugs?
Yeah. Tell me what about
Yeah.
it makes go, ooh, that's drugs.
Well, so I mean, the obviously, like the bottles
The
are
smugglers hold.
well, yeah, partly context is a part of the bit, but yeah. Also, some of them they're just like they're packaged like illicit substances. Like they're a couple of like bricks of powder.
I was gonna say, imagine bricks of cocaine have looked the same.
Yeah, and like
Millennia or so.
wrapped up, little packages of pills or and for a couple of them, one of them is they look like little they look like little what are those, like Listerine strips,
Mm-hmm.
little tongue strips or whatever. And
Plot twist, they are Listerine strips.
Just threw them in there. It's like, I need to use these after so no one can tell I've been taking drugs.
and then there are a couple of inhaler looking devices with some with a smattering of cartridges that's
So we're just
fit for
like,
them.
these are obviously to be ingested,
Yes.
but unknown things.
Yes, they are.
Hmm.
Um,
Gotcha.
though I guess, yeah, maybe some of them are labeled.
It's a little bit easier for Eva. They look like how Jennifer Moons has described drugs.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'd say some of them are labeled. Um, but it's not like they come with users manuals. So yeah.
Are the labels like some street names, Ben? What are the street names of these drugs you invented?
All right. Knuckle crack.
Knuckle crack.
Knuckle
Oh my
crack.
word.
Okay, that's a weird one.
No, dangerous stuff they warn you about in school.
Yeah, that one I imagine you can figure out what it's up to. We've got the likes of let's see, you would find Zero Fall, Black Echo,
Who's keeping note of all these?
Pulse. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna rattle these off as fast as I can. um,
What was the Echo one? The Ghost Echo?
Black Echo.
Black
Echo.
Echo,
Okay.
and one was, let's see, I said Pulse.
Uh-huh.
Glow Dust and Chroma are they are they look a little
It's a
bit
lot of
similar.
contraband. Wow.
Well, judging by the luxury cabins upstairs and the lounge, I'm guessing they were trying to provide a luxury experience for the. If you pay the right price, your evening will be nice.
Yes.
Anything else, Ben?
And then there's a bag of little crystalline looking
20 tons in the
stuff
smuggler's hold in the cruiser.
that's
Oh my.
that is labeled Rift.
Oh.
That sounds like the kind of thing you take when you want to forget your problems.
Or when you want to taste mez space.
Like that grape and lavender flavor.
And then we've got there are a couple of couple bottles of liquor as well.
You name all of the liquor.
There's something
Oh,
called a Starfire whiskey.
that's fun.
I have to do this.
He's all in now. You know what I mean?
And
You brought this upon yourselves.
Black Nebula Stout. That one, the label actually has like a hazard warning on it.
Wow. Okay.
Obviously, that's the one we need to drink first.
No. Cherry's being into comms. Do not drink any of the product.
Are we trying to sell this stuff?
Don't sample your own product. That's all I'm saying.
Are we? Okay.
Well, we can't keep it on the ship. We could turn it into authorities, but
Eva, no,
see,
no,
that's
no.
yes, I know. See, um, we have to find some way of disposing of it, and not in that way.
Yeah. How did we open the smuggler's hold?
Uh, yeah, Bo, how did you open the smuggler's hold?
I have this mental image of Bo attempting to hide a crowbar behind his back.
I'd say I've been on enough spaceships at this point. There's only about so many ways they have you open these things. Once we saw there was one of them on board.
Uh-huh.
You didn't damage the exterior of the entrance, did you?
Yeah, did I damage the exterior of the entrance?
No, you did not.
Oh no, that's all good.
Okay. Mm.
Bo knew he would be held to account later for his actions.
He'll show him how he opened it. That he's like, they put markers on them. Then if you just tap in a rhythm like this right here, and then I'll tap one out, like a knocking on a tall beam. It's just the right spot. Door wishes shut.
Tapping.
Okay.
Carrie would sound and look incredulous, but she also thinks that Bo is sketchy enough to actually know. So she's
I
torn.
mean, I guess he would. He ran with enough smugglers to.
Yeah. Torn between being incredulous and thinking lowly enough of Bo to think he probably actually knows what he's doing.
All right, so you guys have cracked open the smuggler's hold and more or less inventoried the contents. Oh, I should mention, you can, if you dig around in that large crate, you can figure out there are four of those bots, and one of them has a much more of its arm dedicated to a larger weapon that is similarly unfamiliar.
We have defense bots.
Let's see. Yeah, so you missed that part. Short version is the large crate in the smuggler's hold seems clearly to be some sort of warbots that have some kind of integrated weapon on the right arm. One of them, if you dig deeper, is going to have a much larger one. Larger weapon, I mean.
Yep.
So, what else would you guys like to do? You could do more exploring of the ship. Do you guys want to talk plans? Did you want to do some plans?
Carrie would want to lock down the controlled substances before moving on to plans.
Yeah.
She would tell Bo, she'd say, how about this? If you can not sample anything before we get safely back on our ship, then I will let you take a small finder's fee. Just pretend I said that in a cherry voice, though.
Well, she didn't already know about the 5-finger sample, so we'll be like, oh, okay.
True.
If I get a finder's fee.
Okay, so we obviously want to keep this ship. There's so much cargo space and a factory and a workshop. A big workshop. I can make vehicles in this workshop. And with the factory, okay, so, and we have skilled pilots, myself obviously, and Cherry and Ryu. We can work in shifts to fly both ships. But as I said before, we will have to take big jobs, probably dangerous, and not always maybe legal to keep
Oh,
supporting these ships.
the only thing I hear different than what we've already been taking is bigger.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. We need to register the ship so that we don't run into anyone trying to claim it as theirs and snaking it out from under us.
Yeah, we do need to be able to put a claim on it.
But then we gotta tell them where we got it from. Then everybody will know about the Robo Factory.
We can try and scoop out the Robo Factory again. We just I don't know.
Maybe we call in a favor. Maybe we get a hold of someone who might have more pull than us, like within Lohenu Da, or maybe like Orion might know somebody.
Yeah, he seemed like he could help us keep things hush hush till we able to go back and clear out the factory. Or do you think your folks could help us out, Jerry?
As much as I love my parents, my dad's a little too squeamish for anything that would be on the more gray side of the law. And my mom would want to know how we're going to use it to help refugees.
We can totally do that though. We
Goodness, we could stack people like cordwood in this ship. So how big it is?
Don't say that in front of my mom. You know what? Just don't talk in front of my mom ever.
I'm just saying you could fit a bunch of refugees in here. We're gonna be
Carrie is
refugeeing like nobody's business.
noticeably biting her lip.
refugees are in the thousands, but we can hold maybe 50.
All that to say, if we could possibly convince my mom that a luxury pre-tech starliner like this has the possibility of raising money for refugee causes while at the same time helping to move refugees, she might go for something like that.
I mean, I guess we can move a bunch of cargo too, right? Imagine
It-
how many shipments of helpful stuff for your ma we could make.
Carrie looks thoughtful. She's mulling that over.
Trying to remember how much free mass do we have at this point?
A lot.
Oh, we
A
got a
lot.
bunch.
Yeah,
mean,
I was
it's like
rebuilding the ship
Tons
sheet,
of stuff,
actually.
right?
Yeah, well, we've actually got 5 mass already dedicated to cargo space for 1,000 tons of cargo.
Ooh.
We can move stuff.
Can move so many drugs, helpful or otherwise.
Oh my word.
If we're going to be moving cargo, then we probably need We need that other shuttle that's in the hangar. Maybe. Ben, did it look like it was a cargo hauler type shuttle? Or is it more luxury?
The shuttle that you guys got onto, yeah, that looked like it was mostly a luxury shuttle.
Okay, then
I was
it,
gonna say either way, she would not. Cherry would not say no to a different, smaller vehicle.
At least we need one for a cruiser, right?
Eva's already backtracking, so somebody will have to interrupt her to keep it going forward. No, it wasn't the cargo shuttle. I haven't seen any cargo lighters on this ship, so we don't have any way of easily moving cargo from
Oh, I was gonna
atmosphere to
jangle
the
some
surface.
keys.
Hold on. Would Cherry remember having seen a cargo shuttle? Like, would she have remembered seeing the other ship?
Oh, so no, the only other ship in that hangar was the shuttle that you guys got into. And yeah, it was not like a cargo kind of shuttle. It was definitely like it seemed more like a just a simple luxurious little shuttle.
Yeah. To be fair, shuttles are terrible at transporting cargo anyways.
Fair.
I think they get like 2 tons per mass.
Yeah, so I probably do want like a cargo lighter or something added.
We'll probably want to install a cargo lighter at some point, yeah. Because otherwise, trying to get 1,000 tons of cargo to the surface, using the swallowtail at 80 tons of cargo per trip.
Well, I don't know if Bo's going to be the one to get you back on track then, because now he's thinking, thinking ships. He's joined in the conversation.
He's entered the chat.
What is Bo's interjection into the conversation?
No, I guess he'd throw out like, yeah, well, you could fit a cargo lighter in here. I guess it's got that space for the strike fighter or whatever, but can't haul much cargo with that.
No.
Although if we expand it, oh, there's all kind of mods too. We got so much free space and energy on this thing.
We really do.
Robert, don't do that. Don't do that. We have we have 11 free mass and 10 free power.
Good, trick this thing out.
Okay, well then I need you to look at the ship sheet and correct me.
Ben has without noting it, he's applied the specialized mountings mod to several of those fittings, which reduces their power and mass to half, rounded down, and with a minimum of 1, of course. So that's probably where your calculations are off. I would probably just fiddle with the sheet to make it look exactly as Ben has.
I can add specialized mountings, so if you tell me which one it's on, I can do that.
I went ahead and added notes.
Oh, there we go.
Drive 3 upgrade and the mobile factory both have specialized mountings.
Okay.
Well, maybe eventually, but we'll circle back around. Yeah, I guess we got to get it legal first, though. So maybe Cherry's folks, maybe Orion. I don't know what he would want, though, if we tried to get him to help us out.
I don't want to be under anyone's favor.
I know, I'm worried getting a fancy pretext ship, we're going to have some kind of big wig running cover for us.
Or become the big wigs. Disgruntled harumph from Eva.
It was in regard to what Bo said, but yes.
Gonna cost a lot of cash to keep this thing flying too.
We can
I may
make
be able
that
to
though. We
help.
don't have to rely on somebody else for that.
Yeah, I guess we can bankroll that, especially if we can go back and get that factory for all it's worth. But
Did
in the
what?
meantime, we may need somebody to.
No, we're not gutting the factory. Oh, you mean the factory on the moon?
Oh yeah, on the
Of
moon
course,
base, we go
of
back
course.
there, shoot up all them bots, take all the cool stuff. That'll probably pay for a long time of operating.
Okay, so we need to register this somewhere with some connections that won't squeal where we got it. I agree, we probably do need to see if Orion is amenable, but Orion's not completely on his own there either.
Yeah, I guess on the other end, Cherry, you said you got folks who'll do you favors. You think you might have any fans in the space DMV that you could slip a few credits to help grease the skids on getting this registered and everything, keep it on the down low?
As disgustingly as you worded that, yes.
Okay. Okay, easy. So then we go back into the factory and take the shuttle.
Easy. Doing that.
You made it look easy.
Cherry just stares at her for a long time, and then she huffs and looks away.
And I might need a bigger gun if we're going right back and stealing the shuttle.
Hmm.
Them
Is
bots
it
coming up the elevator look like some hefty boys.
is it too soon? Should we come back another time for it?
When we register the vehicle, we'll have to divulge where we found it. So if you don't want anyone to know where we found it and get back here before we do, we probably need to finish up our business here.
Well, that's what your fanboy and the bribes are for, to help keep that quiet for a little while longer.
Bo, I need you to tone it down a little bit.
Anyway, they let us go back, get the ship under our name. I don't know, buy enough demo charges to blow all them robots across the system. Or I don't know, is there some fancy pantsy hacker thing you could do to get them all under control?
They all seemed, even the cheapy security bots, all seemed independently autonomous.
They're pretty advanced. I don't know if I'm capable of hacking that.
So it might just be, well, maybe if we could get them all trapped down on that factory, then we could at least go everywhere else.
That's actually a valid point. But then Eva doesn't get to hop around the factory
Why not?
because I would trap all of the bots in there.
Well, hopping around a floor full of angry murder bots doesn't sound like you're missing out on too much.
Generally discouraged.
If we can get a layout of the facility and find out if there are any other entrances, any other elevators, or other access points for the bots, then with Zeke, since he's already seen it, we can. I'm sure I can rig the elevator to malfunction and prevent it from coming up. I think that's our first goal. Is we need a map of the whole facility. The security bots were left trapped in the security room, and the war bots might have freed them by now.
Okay, so like what if we could get back in long enough for me to try and get a map of the facility?
Then that opens up a lot of possibilities with Zeke scouting as safely as he can, teleporting, and then putting each of us where we need to be.
I'd say that what, between having door control and camera control, I'd say you got enough information that with a little bit of time, Sherry could piece together a good map, a good approximate, close enough map of the facility, not with perfect dimensions or everything, but
Okay. So basically, without us actually having to go back to the facility with the
yeah,
information that she already has. Okay. Nice.
yeah. I would give if she takes maybe an hour or two, I would go ahead and just give you the rest of the kind of abstracted map that I've got here.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's about to ask that.
Yeah.
Let's see. So if you guys are interested in that, I think Cherry would realize that she can do that, and she would probably this would be a good time for her to volunteer that information.
Would not or would be?
It would be. I mean, whenever you would want to. It's irrelevant at the moment, and I was just pointing out Cherry would realize she could do that. Maybe not everybody else knows she could do that with what information she's got.
She would mumble. I might be able to piece together a map.
Eva's eyes light up. Could you get a network map too? I'm pretty sure the answer to that is resounding no, Eva.
Yeah, that's a maybe depends on what you mean by network map, because that's kind of what she already did in order to get the information about where
That's
the
true.
line chains go. It gives you it's like a very basic, it's going to show you where like data lines and stuff go, because you've got to know where the most important ones are. But as far as it's not going to really give you much more detailed information about the facility or what's going on in it. All right, so if you want to say that Cherry's going to spend a couple hours doing that.
I guess while that's going on, Zeke is going to make contact with her.
Contact, is this telepathic contact?
Yes. He is not going to bother physically making an appearance.
You said contact with whom?
With Jerry.
Yeah.
And he's going to let her know that he is in the captain's quarters.
Hmm.
And that he intends to use temporal breach to take a look at the area and just let her know in case she should find him passed out later, or anyone else rather.
What? Zeke? Hey,
Oh,
what is that?
sorry. Did you want to come along this time? You seemed like last time it didn't go super well for you, so I was just gonna handle this one.
I mean, yeah, yeah, I'd like to come along.
I suppose I can wait a minute. This is easier with you here.
Okay, she'll
Aw.
back away from Bo and Eva having whatever conversation they're in the middle of and say something about going to check something out.
I want to say that Eva has her mind on explosives, so she's talking over how the mobile factory could just start spitting out explosives once they get the bots up and manning it. Slowly. 6 days per packed demo charge, but there's a lot that goes into that. Exact measurements, etc., etc., etc.
Not exploding and dying, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
Ben's gonna have us roll, but good luck.
So is Cherry coming along for the ride? Is that what I caught?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a mental save.
I don't like the sound of that, but okay. One moment, please. I'm having difficulties with Roll20.
It's okay.
The problem is I don't want you to roll for me, so
Yeah, I thought you might not trust me with that.
if I go crazy, I go by my own hand.
Crazy? I was crazy once.
Would you recommend it?
No, 0 out of 10.
Would not do again.
Okay, mental saving throw.
Yes.
Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, buddy.
Wow.
All right, very nice.
I think that's on brand for this session since she's the only one that wasn't other than Eva, who wasn't advocating for controlled substance abuse.
Use. It's going along for a ride. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Zeke, sitting in the captain's quarters, does his thing. Yeah. What's his signature move? The like little finger camera lens kind of deal.
Yeah.
And focuses his mind into the past. Goes rooting around a bit. And feels the usual out-of-body transition. And Cherry, along telepathically for the ride, feels the same. And but this time that sensation transitions into a sort of a sense of falling and falling faster and faster, and seeing, in kind of in a distant, blurry panoramic view, moving of stellar bodies, and cycling of solar system, and a growing sense of just vastness and abyss. And you are mentally scrambling for purchase on anything, and you are able to claw your way back into the present moment, and in a flash, suddenly all those feelings are gone, and you are much more abruptly than usual back in the present moment, with a splitting headache, both you and Cherry, actually. You each just take 2 damage. But besides that blinding headache, you seem to be intact and with your full faculties in place. And Zeke particularly is he's cognizant of the fact that he has dodged a massive psychic bullet, essentially. And that something went very wrong with that that experience.
What did he learn?
That's a good question. So he, uh, certainly didn't get any coherent or informative view of the past like he has gotten several times before.
Well, that's never happened.
Is he saying that telepathically to Cherry?
Well, now she's in the same room as him, so he's probably using his mouth hole.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
It is during office hours, though, if he did want to use telepathy.
No,
Yeah,
his
they.
head hurts. He's good. He's gonna talk.
Okay.
Yeah, and so does Cherry's. By the way, I think I said that.
Yeah, he did.
What has she got to say to him?
What exactly would you call what just happened?
Is that actually a question for Zeke or just for Ben?
I think that was a
No,
character.
Sorry, just was that for Zeke or Ben?
for Zeke.
Okay. He would probably let you know that he doesn't really know. He's gonna have to think on that when his head doesn't hurt and give you a post-mortem later. He's got a suspicion that it has something to do with there not being a gravity well nearby.
Hmm.
Carrie's going to ask him if he wants any kind of pain meds because she's got some.
So these drugs are okay?
Need a mesophin?
He's like, so wait, I snort the painkiller? Are you sure that's how that's supposed to happen?
Do
He
not
agrees
snort.
to taking these mind-altering substances.
He has plenty of mind-altering options without needing any drugs. All right, so Zeke is gonna go and rest up and think on what he's done. Cherry was going to spend some time piecing together a map of the facility, right?
Mm-hmm.
And anybody else doing some any downtime stuff? We'll say maybe we've got these an hour or two before it's about time for you guys to actually take you know your sleep for the day so that you can actually recuperate. 'Cause I'm assuming you were planning to do that before doing anything else significant.
I think Eva is in engineering and is on the very dangerous cusp of making personalized modifications to the drive. She is not
Ooh.
yet, but it's a very real risk very soon.
She found some new substances that she wants to add to the spike drive fluid.
I don't think she's going quite there yet. More like how like adjusting the seat of a car,
Okay. I got
or more functionally adjusting the mirrors or the play in the gearbox.
Hmm.
She hasn't actually started to do anything yet, but she is definitely doing a mental catalog of the intricacies of this drive and what she wants to change about it.
Hmm.
Don't worry, the flavors will come later.
Is everybody still here?
Uh, not
Do
quite
you,
sure what you mean.
yeah, do you
I
mean
mean,
like,
yeah.
Well, we've just had the past several sessions. We've had different times where like different people have had to
Oh,
step for different
ah,
reasons. So
I think we have
quite
everyone at the
No,
moment.
people have been quiet quite a while.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's probably on the charger watching Eva getting ready. Probably just says something like, "Are you sure that's a good idea? We haven't even taken it into interdimensional whatchamacallit yet."
she quickly puts that setting back to how it was. I'm not changing anything yet. Um,
Hmm.
and Pete is the reason why nothing has been changed yet.
Good man, Pete, saving the day. One question at a time.
I mean, it was just an honest question, Are you sure?
Yeah, I was gonna say the classic. Are you sure you?
So you touched it with your bare hand.
Oh, so
Eh,
you're opening the door, like twisting the handle, opening the. All right, okay.
yeah.
I mean, like, worst comes to worst, we'd be grounded here in space, just stuck.
If she broke anything, Eva would fix it. She hopes.
Eventually.
Was there something that you wanted to address to the group? Is that why you were asking, Danielle, or?
I was just curious because there were a lot of people who'd been quiet for.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
I mean,
I
I've
think
just been
think-
quiet because it's been a long day, so
Yep.
sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
That's allowed. I just wanted to check that everyone was updated on everything.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, so go ahead. Everybody take a moment to double check your character sheets. Make sure that you have that you regain some hit points, your level's worth if you were missing any, that you recover 1 system strain, that your XP is 70 out of 72. And if you want to make sure that stuff like your attack bonus is where it should be as well.
Why is that relevant, Ben?
Well, just
Still 8.
that's been the case several times in the past that somebody's forgotten to update their attack bonus. So
Me.
you know, half your level for the non-warrior types, your level for the warrior, and then you know, Bo's in somewhere halfway in between that, more or less.
Are we recovering effort, maybe?
You are also doing that, yes.
Oh, thank gosh.
Yeah. Zeke was all tapped out.
Oh,
He
man,
had a
you did
long, long day.
Productive day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say it's doubly good that Pete is there because I think Eva does fall asleep making some adjustment or not making the adjustment, but she falls asleep in the engine room.
Oh,
Hello.
I mean, Pete probably will go over and put a blanket over her and what passes for a pillow behind her head.
Oh, how sweet! He's gonna let her sleep in the engineering room of the new ship for the first night.
I mean, probably figured she was too excited to sleep anywhere else.
Okay, the fact that oh, there's some good stuff there. I see premium bots.
Oh, did you pull up the ship sheet?
Hmm?
No, I'm
No,
revealing more of.
yeah.
I'm revealing the map to you
Oh.
guys, thanks to Cherry's hard work.
Premium bots. Snap.
Eva really wants this place for our base.
So does Pete.
it's a pretty intricate base.
Maybe we could work something out with Orion. I don't actually really know what like motivations Orion has, but
He wants to have independence from the AI on Lohanu Dawn, right?
Yeah, I get the feeling he wants independence from the Lorraine AIs
how would he
and
like a
their
factory?
agendas. He seems more like pro-human slash in it for interest and like just kind of like exploratory interest.
So this might not actually be that interesting to him.
I mean, it could be.
Where did you post that, Ben?
Sorry, where did I post what?
The map?
It's in roll 20.
Oh, no, it's in roll 20. Just
Oh,
if you
that's what
zoom out.
away from roll
Yeah, if you
20.
zoom out. I could have, I suppose what I could do, I could potentially like screenshot it or something, but I don't know that it would come out super well.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of having trouble reading it, but
It'd be really cool if they had like an
I'm on a
export to image function for roll 20.
That would be
Mm.
handy.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
key feature here is that there is only one access point from the factory floor to the elevator, or to the rest of the upstairs lab, and that is the elevator.
Yeah. It's good, but it's also a limiter until we get in.
I'm trying to think of like where we would have if there's a way to mark where we've already been. Can somebody do that real quick?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put the box on.
'Cause my brain.
I will say there
That's-
is also going to there will also be like an access stairwell in case of emergency, basically.
Mm.
But it would be near the elevator.
Okay, okay. So it's not just the elevator, but the factory floor is how one gets, or the elevator area is how one gets from factory floor to. Yeah.
Yeah, there's yeah, this isn't there's some minor details that are excluded, stuff like bathrooms and you know,
How dare you?
little minor details, but yeah.
Minor stuff like the bathroom.
Yes.
There we
Probably
go.
also excluding boxes because he doesn't want us to pull a Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
I will just say you never employ humanoids who need to relieve themselves. You don't need to install bathrooms,
Yep.
right?
Also true.
That's true. There is a notable lack of bathrooms on the factory level of the facility.
Shocker.
Need a potty break? Go to your room. Anyways, oh yeah, there we go. Got some nice little blue circles. You can put one on the shuttle too.
Okay.
Yeah, although actually none of you has been on the elevator.
Zeke has.
I guess he poked his head into the elevator shaft, yeah.
He did not try and pop. Did he want to get to the bottom of the elevator, or did he get to the bottom of the
He
elevator?
he was thinking about doing that, but it was decided that was going to be too risky of a plan, and with the very limited time you guys had, he ended up helping plant line shunts on the cruiser. Oh, nice, some little pink fill.
Mostly
My
to make it
guess
easier to
is-
grab and move. You don't have
So-
to hit it
Right.
on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had a thought. I don't think we're gonna have an advantage here if we're trying to make this sort of a legal stake and then involve Orion. If we stiff Havario by not telling them we've salvaged it here. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to think, like, for future use, what do we need to do? Do we need to consider, let's say,
That is an excellent point.
Can
Yeah,
we
so,
make a
like-
claim on the whole facility?
hypothetically, salvage law should allow it, but that's GM territory.
Yeah, kind of similar caveat to the other question you guys posed, is that, assuming there's no one living who has a claim to it. Like for example, like a distant descendant of the Neogen CEO or whatever, who's passed down ownership of the company for hundreds of years or something like that. Barring something like that, yeah, the international salvage law would definitely have provisions for whoever can basically demonstrate ownership, having taken ownership would be able to do that.
Okay. I think there is an important question to to ask and kind of circle around, and that is, what would we do with a base like this? And then the circling around is, would it then create or take the game in a direction that we don't want to go? Basically, how is it going to impact? Do we want it? What would our characters do? And do we want the game to go in that direction? And
Yeah, that I'll just pitch in from the GM's perspective. Yeah, having a base would definitely be it'd be something that you would have to consider the upkeep on and basically the protection of. Yeah, this is not, I don't think, anything groundbreaking, but or mind-boggling. But yeah, what Robert said about considering the relations with Harvarian government is very important because you are in their system. They have so far not elected to do anything significant about the pirate presence scattered through the system, and they were apparently unaware of this. But yeah, if you start coming to and
they want to
fro,
share, right?
Yeah, going to and fro, and yeah, trying to stake a claim here, you are definitely going to come up against the Harvarian government and need to contend with them.
Well, do we want to go back to kind of earlier plans of loot and strip?
That's a lot of cash money.
What's that, Danielle?
Yeah, I lean towards loot and possibly involve Orion, maybe.
I don't know. I'm stuck on what to do is. So
You broke up just at that word. Stuck on what?
I'm not sure what the best thing to do is. So
I also sorry. Good.
Leave it up to y'all is basically what I'm trying to say.
I am tempted by us keeping it and having infinite robots to throw at our problems, so.
So one other possibility is we could sell the location. Just as the location was sold to us, sight unseen, no details. Now that we know what it is, we could quite possibly make a lot of money selling the location of this to an interested party. Let them deal with the legal the legal hangups of Hervario. But hey, working factory, or at least seems to be a working factory, has working bots at the very least. Like obviously not just an individual, but a big corporation that might want to do the same thing that we want to do to a pre-tech facility. But that would represent giving it up pretty much permanently.
Yeah.
Kind of want to shoot those robots though.
You guys have been talking about going back. Might I suggest a minor bit of recon to get an idea of how what's up with the facility right now? That might help you guys.
Yeah, we absolutely are going to do that, and it's a good suggestion to kind of break up what we were spinning our wheels on.
Yeah, because I think we've been there's been a good bit of kind of dancing around different ideas, but the bottom line sounds like you guys don't have the information to decide quite yet.
Yeah, I think
Um,
that's a fair point.
I will say, I think Dex's question earlier that nobody responded to real quickly anyway, about the direction it would take the game is very much worth considering, because my impression would be that, yeah, taking this place over and trying to take ownership of it would definitely pull the game in a direction you guys don't want to go. Because I don't think you're
Embroiled in
interested in.
another war with the government.
Right. I think it would pit you against governmental, like planetary level authorities, and get you involved. At the very least, it would get you involved in politics
Hmm.
in a more permanent sense. And you would then have to care more about what goes on in general in the Harvario system. And you would be anchored to this system more solidly, when it seems like you guys would prefer to be more free and mobile.
Like the difference between renting an apartment and owning a home.
Exactly.
You rent an
And you gotta
apartment, you
mow
can.
the lawn.
Or
Well,
I think more like in this case, the difference between like living in an RV and,
Living in a
roaming the
pre-tech factory
country.
that makes robots.
Living in an RV and exploring the country versus buying a house and then being needing to come back and check on it and upkeep it. Yeah.
well, the analogy is basically for your work. If you're in an apartment, you can fairly easily move wherever you need to, for whatever job you're doing. Whereas a home comes with a lot more anchor and complication.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But let's get some recon. Does Cherry still have the cameras? Has that been knocked offline?
Yeah. First of all, I'd say she lost connection pretty quickly during the frantic flight and getting fired upon.
Okay.
Due to, at the very least, due to the distance. The network is, that she was on isn't projected very far at all past the outer walls of that facility.
That's fair.
And you are nearly 100% sure that they would have figured out how to shut down her access by now.
Okay. And we've circled the ship back around to so that we're landed next to the Swallowtail, right?
Yeah, you can do
was
that.
the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, there is a actually, let me think. Let me revise that. If you go in for a landing, Cherry will recognize and she'll start getting warnings
Oh.
about the danger of doing so. And just by way of a quick explanation that I think Cherry would have pieced together by now because of her experience as and knowledge as a pilot.
Got no landing gear?
That it does have landing gears, and it does have some extra what am I trying to say? Like it does have some extra oomph in terms of thrusters, but it seems like that hangar had some technology between the the construction of the place, just the foundation of it, but also some sort of pre-tech going on in that hangar to enable a cruiser-sized ship to land and take off.
Okay.
And there are, besides the warnings about like, hey, yeah, it's not just, hey, you're getting too close to like the gravitational pull of a stellar body, but it also has some stuff about um, landing assistance, not detected, that something to that effect.
Okay. Okay. Can Ryu keep it low enough to the ground that it's not going to get flagged by the turret, but not on the ground? And can he just autopilot do that?
You guys were far enough away. You had parked the Swallowtail far enough away that he can keep it in kind of a low orbit, but you're well outside the range and line of
Okay.
sight of those guns on that facility.
Okay, fantastic. So yeah, we swing back around, rendezvous with the Swallowtail.
Because do recall, the Swallowtail is a teleport trip, a group teleport trip away from your little forward operating base.
Mm-hmm. And we have the forward operating base to teleport to. We can observe externally. And well, no, she'll need the line shots. Eva at some point comes to the conclusion we need to know what's going on inside there again.
Seems reasonable.
We fly a
She.
drone in?
Hmm?
Could we fly a drone in?
That's an
Fly a drone in.
interesting thought. We probably couldn't fly a drone in, but we could get a drone teleported in. And
Yeah,
would
that makes
Cherry
sense.
lose connection to it if she's not?
What exactly are we talking about here?
If a drone were teleported into the facility, would Cherry still be able to control it from outside?
Potentially.
She
Your
does have
comms
No, there's
Pop-Tart.
always the teleport back to the shuttle and reconnoiter from there.
Yeah, it's true. We do have the shuttle. I forgot that yet again.
You laughing at me saying reconnoiter?
What I was going to say, your comm signals did travel through from the hangar to your forward operating base. So it's possible that that Cherry's connection to the drone would do so as well. Are we talking about like Cherry being at the forward operating base and then Zeke teleporting like into the shuttle with her drone?
Yes. Or into the hangar so that it can fly around.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's possible.
Okay. It would suck to lose Pop-Tart, but that is a fairly safe way of us scouting out if there's any immediate danger.
Yeah,
Oh,
the one caveat being I don't recall exactly what like chassis we use and stuff. The various drones do have like operating ranges, so I don't remember what that one is. Because Pop-Tart you built as like an actual. It's not just like one of her little camera drones. It was like an actual drone, right?
Yeah, no, that was a full-on proper drone. Let me don't remember
Yeah, I
where I
think
put that.
I don't know if you would have. You mentioned her
Stalker
parts in
drone.
the.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay,
it's a
you found
stalker drone.
Stalker drone. Okay, I don't have it pulled up at the moment. Did you note what the operating range is on that?
I can look it up real quick.
Okay. So, but I'm guessing probably that will work.
2 kilometers, yeah.
2 kilometers. Okay. Let's see. That's gonna cut it a little close.
From the operating base? I thought we were pretty close to the
Um,
operating base.
You were pretty close with the Fort operating base. Yeah, I'll say that's within 2 kilometers. That's
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, because
that's pretty reasonable.
my mental image was always that we could have just slid down the embankment and been like 100 meters away from a building. Like I thought that
Close.
we hid basically at the edge of a crater where we could look over.
Yeah, I'd say, I guess in terms more familiar to us, maybe like a quarter of a mile away
Huh?
at the at the most. Um,
Hey Siri,
so yeah,
how
definitely
many
less than 2
meters
kilometers.
is a quarter of a mile?
Well, yeah, no, that's definitely less than 2 kilometers.
Okay.
I just had to think about it for a second. Um,
he says in terms more familiar while I'm looking at this drone has a range of 2 kilometers.
Oh, well, yeah, sorry, because you were talking about how you imagined it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I don't have a quarter of a mile to kilometers on speed dial.
Funny enough, that's actually a really easy one to remember now that I've gotten it told to me. It's 400 meters.
Oh, okay, nice.
That's handy.
Yeah, that is. I'll have to try to remember that.
I guess that makes sense because a kilometer is 1.6, or 1.6 kilometers is a mile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, do we have any other questions or concerns or comments before we jump into this plan and get something done this session? I say get something done, getting something more done this session.
Hey, we got some real good RP done, okay?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some good RP, some exploration of the ship. It was all good. All right, sounds like a no. So let's do it. You guys are all at the Fort operating base. Your Vax skins engaged, and except for Pete, observing. I will say, before you even have Zeke teleport inside the building, if you want to observe for just a few minutes,
Mhm.
you would catch sight of a patrol consisting of 6 of those bots
Oof.
making a lap around the outside of the facility.
Okay, so we stirred the hornet's nest. Hmm.
So it's kind of what I was envisioning,
Mm-hmm.
but
Now, given that development, Zeke, what would you like to do?
Not teleport in.
answer.
What?
Not even
Yeah,
into
see?
the shuttle?
Well, Zeke was the one who was about to teleport in. That's why I was asking you.
Mm,
He said,
I mean,
so you open the
honestly,
door?
if he was gonna teleport in anywhere, I feel like he'd go back to the roof.
Okay. He's got eyes on the roof now. Keep in mind taking the drone with him. Well, actually, hold on a second. I feel like drones are. Oh, I can't remember what it's supposed to be. I feel like it's usually got an encumbrance. Oh yeah. Stalker drone. Let's see.
2
2
encumbrance.
encumbrance. Yeah. So no, he wouldn't actually need to. I was thinking of it as being the the bringing cargo stuff along, but it's small enough. Yeah, you just stuff it in your backpack. Clear out a little space or whatever. But yeah, so you can teleport for free with this thing. You could teleport onto the roof. Yeah.
I remember that he saw something that he didn't act on the roof, a light near the other side.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I never did go and get a look at the building from the other direction.
Yeah, so he might be trying to do that. Just make sure there's not something that we should be aware of on the other side of this building. So long as it would remain relatively safe for him to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, now I'm trying to remember. Do you remember exactly what he did on the roof last time uh, that
Oh, he
then?
appeared on. I feel like it was like a mounted
Oh
turret.
yeah,
Over
he did. He
the other
teleported
place.
onto one of the turrets. Um, and then
As one.
he was hearing through the ceiling something about a proximity alert. What'd you say, Danielle?
I just said as one does.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I'm assuming that uh, I don't know exactly where on the roof are you wanting to teleport to? Or are you saying instead you just want to teleport to the far side and try to look at the facility from the other direction?
Yeah, I mean, he wants to investigate that notable feature.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you can just teleport like basically to the other end of the basin such that it is and take a look with those high-powered binoculars of yours. And there's similarly like a lot of open clear space on the other side of the facility. It's hard to tell from here. On the other side there was you found evidence of like some paved, like maybe some landing pad area that had been covered by a long time's worth of debris and stuff. Um, there's definitely room for similar stuff on this side as well. Um, but the thing that immediately catches your eye uh, from this side is there's kind of like an electronic billboard that is currently just displaying. It looks like it's in like a low power mode or something, but it is still lit up. It's just like the company name. Um, and so and it looks there's some sort of the entrance is like made presentable for customers maybe, or at least guests, not just like a warehouse entryway or something.
Would you say the name of this company is?
Neogen Incorporated.
Interesting. Yeah, from there, I guess he was supposed to take the stalker drone inside, right? To
Correct.
server. So yeah, he's gonna, I guess, do that.
Okay, where inside would you like to teleport to?
Good question.
He's been pretty much everywhere in the hangar. He's also been up inside where the shuttle was parked. Well, and of course a good bit of space where the cruiser had been parked. Yeah, then the hallway and the security room.
Lost my map. Oh, there it is. Where is not die?
Usually that's just real high.
Oh, okay. then I guess the
Just roll a 1d4 and then pick a number.
yeah, I think he's gonna go for the elevator area.
Mm.
So you're talking like right in front of the elevator in the hangar, because
Did you look for cameras first?
he did not go into the elevator.
Yeah, and then I guess the space in front of the elevator. Let's go.
Okay. All right, so Zeke teleports in front of the elevator, and he's in the middle of hustle and bustle.
Uh-oh.
There are, just in the immediate area around him, like in fact, he appears and a bot is about to like walk through his space and pulls up suddenly, and looks confused. It looks like there are multiple like maintenance worker bots around him that seem to be trying to repair the doors, kind of, or slash, yeah, I guess doors, on the like large industrial entrance to the elevator. And he can see across the hangar. There are multiple pairs of the warbots that you guys had seen before, including you notice one that's missing an arm, but seems like they're moving around. Maybe some of them in patrol mode, some of them just moving from one place to another. And in almost unison, every bot on the floor turns its head towards you. And I need you to roll initiative for me.
Oh,
Oh,
oh boy, get out of there.
Yeah, I still have the
Nice.
old tracker up then.
I sure do.
These are
Oh.
not good.
The
They're
8's
not good.
pretty good. There's a very slim chance that they'll match that, and even if they do, PCs win.
Exactly. So yeah, you're up first.
Yeah, this combat's over.
Do go ahead. You have a main action. I'm going to take the liberty of I guess guiding you a little bit, since you don't necessarily know exactly what all the options are. I would encourage you to take the opportunity to make a notice check and just take very quick stock of your surroundings as best you can in the few moments before you jet out of there.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do that. Mhm.
All right, that's good. Didn't even need alternate outcome it. Yeah, so he would count 8 warbots in his line of sight, 3 of them bearing obvious signs of severe damage, reminiscent of a demolition charge being exploded. And he would count about 3 times that many maintenance bots. There are a handful that look like they're working on the primary like maintenance terminal across the hangar that Zeke had accidentally obliterated before. But a lot of them are they're working on the elevator doors, right here next to him, and the the elevator itself is on this floor. A couple of the security, like the warbots, are on the elevator itself, and there are like multiple pallets worth of like spare parts and just like sheet metal and stuff like that. Looks like some pretty much like not quite raw materials, but like manufactured construction materials, I guess I would say.
Mr. GM, are those materials any interest to us?
Those ones are not of any maybe particular interest. Though they may suggest the presence of other stuff that would be more interest to you. But just the fact that those parts look like specifically
Okay.
like these are like
Fixing the
ele-
hole in the elevator
these are like
that got blown open. Okay.
yeah, these are industrial elevator parts.
No, I was just wondering, is it worth it for Zeke to use a move to get over there? Basically look at the bus and say, yoink, and teleport back.
No.
I
No,
was
that's
wondering if would it teleport back to the party or if he would go to the security room. But my question for Ben was, would he disengage from this combat if you were to make that far of a jump, or is that not sufficient?
Let's see. So if you were gonna like suppose he teleported into the security room, since he's in the like in a combat round at the moment, I would go ahead and like at least play out the rest of the combat round. If he basically like aggroed any additional enemies, if he were to surprise them, then they would basically roll and they would take their first turn on the next round. But if they were not surprised, they would get the chance to go ahead and roll and take action this round. Does that make sense?
Yes, I mean Zeke's turn would be over, and he would have to deal with whatever's in the security.
Yeah, and I'll say with his notice, given the reaction time of all the bots in this room, he would not consider it likely that he would surprise. He'd be worried about falling prey to the reaction time of whatever might be in the security room.
Okay, yeah, he's going back.
Okay. He can appear back. I was going to say, let's see, if he wanted to what Robert was talking about, basically using the burdened apportation, was like oh yeah, or I knew there was something. Ordinary inert matter cannot be carried along unless the psychic is touching it or it's being carried by an ally affected by this power. So
You have to jump on like the pallet and then take the pallet and all the stuff with it. It was just a funny thought that popped into my head.
that is a hilarious mental image. He's like just dives on the
Yeah, do a dive,
on
roll
like
onto it, look at the bot, go
a stack of
yeet,
sheet
and
metal
it's
and
just
just like
the whole thing is just gone.
I mean, I like it. I'll roll for that.
Yeah.
It was just a funny thing of like if it's in
Guys,
range.
it was worth it. Let's go.
I think
Take
it's
their
legit.
stuff.
There are no warbots like that he's gonna have to disengage from to get close to a like a stack of one of these stacks of materials. And
It's
he's
just
got
about
what?
the locking eyes. Because it's gone, you know.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't. I don't think you
He's
even need
down
to
for
roll
some
for that.
Cool.
He's
Does he
he's
get a
close
lock
enough.
on the other inventory that they have as well? Like, I'm wondering if he would repeat stealing their supplies.
What do you mean get a lock on it?
Like, are they putting all of their supplies generally in the same place while they're working in this space?
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does look like they've got. And he can quickly identify the couple of spots around where they've stacked up some construction materials. I guess he can definitely, like, he can take several large pieces of several large parts that they were about to use to to try to weld together to be part of this the replacement door here. And yeah, of course, I will say he would he would know the element of surprise is rapidly evaporating when it comes to just appearing out of nowhere.
Oh, it
Especially,
probably wouldn't work again since he's been caught.
I mean, what do you do when someone just appears out of nowhere? You can't.
Station
Yeah,
guards, that's what.
Can't be prepared for that though. It's still gonna happen.
yeah, it definitely could happen. The thing being, like, in this case, you're acting first here. Um, there there is, like, there's like a few seconds of delay between each time that Zeke can teleport. He does not have the ability to, like, instantaneously do back-to-back teleportations and leave no room for any reaction in between them. Um, there is a technique that you can learn in teleportation discipline for that, but he does not have that. But for the moment, he will go ahead and reappear at the forward operating base with everyone. With I'd say he reappears kind of in a crouch with his hand on a couple large pieces of sheet metal, essentially, that kind of clatter to the ground here next to everyone.
He's gonna smack the sheet metal and say, "Well, might have riled the nest. We should go."
What? What? Did you disassemble? No, that's not bot parts.
No, no, no. I'm just slowing them down. They're trying to fix what we broke, but definitely tried to kill me. We should not go into the hangar.
Aw. Hmm.
Next time I might try like the hallway, or I just picked a bad place to be.
Barry is back.
Imagine they'll be on alert for about a week.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to the ship. And pack up our tents here. I think we're done. I mean,
People
Eva
help
isn't just
pack up the tent.
commanding others to do it. She's starting to pack up the tent.
Leading by example.
Yeah.
Barry tries to help pack up the tent, but has no idea what she's doing. Is not really helpful in that way.
She's fighting with those little, like,
The tent
those
poles.
yeah, the tent poles that fold down and they're not, like, popping
Yep.
apart like she's expecting them to.
For someone as clumsy as Eva is, she's actually probably not too bad at this. She has definitely spent her time camping in the backyard, playing spaceship by herself.
She has a particular set of skills
That is the kindest way to say it.
that she's acquired over a very long time. All right. So you guys can pack up the pressure tent and whatever little other doodads you might have left around the forward operating base. You can also you can take a gander at these pieces of sheet metal, which I mean, Eva would recognize are like they're quality stuff. I mean, this is I think just at a pretty quick look, she could tell by context. Oh, this was going to be those industrial elevator doors. It's in fact, it even it looks like it's got like the same.
You stole the
texture
literal
design.
elevator doors.
Yeah, they already had like some of the same whatever paint on them, indicating the direction.
People
of
offer him a
motion.
side fist bump.
Nice.
Could she infer from them having these elevator door parts that these weren't just parts they had stored or stashed in a room, but some parts that they have manufactured since we caused the damage?
That's a good question. I don't think she could infer that. Like she could say that for sure. I think she would consider either that they had very specific replacements handy, or that they've manufactured. Though,
I feel
she
like
would
Zeke
probably
would've
think that
had more
elevator doors
picture-
would be low on the priority list of things to keep spares of.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, things like traces of dust or indications of the steel being brushed, for example, recently.
Give me a fixed check then.
Okay. Much better.
Yeah, she could identify some. Yeah, I think the recently brushed texture in a couple places, and the freshness of some welds, though the much more minute details than would be perhaps in ancient 21st century earth manufacturing processes. Would still be something that she could identify with a careful look and see. Yeah, these were popped off of an assembly line very recently.
Okay. She is having so many thoughts, like second, third, fourth, and fifth thoughts about leaving this behind.
Are you asking Zeke to go back in there though?
Is Cherry saying that in character?
Yeah.
No. I think it's too dangerous.
But you want to.
Well, I want to go in, but I'd get filled with plasma pretty quick.
That's true.
The manufacturing that they have in there, just think of the pre-tech that they would have needed to put all of that together, and for it to have stood for this long.
Is it worth getting filled with plasma though?
If it was just
You paused
water.
for way
What's that?
She said you paused for way too long.
I think that does trip Eva up. She starts to say, if it was What? No,
It seems like this is something you're probably not going to let go of anytime soon.
I think I have to. If it was just like one or two bots, or maybe half a dozen that Bo and Pete could go to town on, then we could definitely stage something. Set some traps, choke points, make it a real right Jennifer Moon's novel. But we saw too many bots in there, and I don't want to risk either of them, even Bo.
She'll nod because it actually makes sense.
But maybe we could find out who Neogen was and find some bot commands.
Carrie actually looks really excited because that sounds a whole lot like journalism.
The risk of researching Neogen is that we might find someone who has a legitimate claim to our new ship.
Cherry waves her hand. Anybody who had claim to this place and wasn't trying to actually do anything about it? I don't know.
Do you think? Sorry, go ahead.
She said, I think we're pretty safe.
Maybe. Do you think you can keep where we got this, the ship, on the quiet long enough for me to look into Neogen and see if we can track down any, override commands?
We can definitely look into Neogen before we start putting that name out there.
Eva smiles a little bit. She's smiling through the thoughts of leaving this all behind. Okay, then we have a plan and a direction. What are you doing with that tent pole? Here, give me that.
Oh, okay, there you go. She
At
backs
this
away.
point, can Pete have finished the entire disassembly behind them because they were so busy talking?
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Waiting
They-
on this one tent pole to get collapsed.
And
they
Pete will
turn
just hold out his hand. Thanks. Put it with the pile. Roll it up, do the strap to close it, and throw it in the bag,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was like, wait, where'd the rest of the tent go?
Thanks, Pete.
No problem.
Okay. Zeke, can you take us back to the Swallowtail? Well, there's some things we need to figure out who's flying which ship. We'll figure it out. I have my planning board on a Swallowtail. We'll figure it out there.
Cherry makes a concerted effort to not audibly groan at the mention board on the Swallowtail.
He can get his back.
Yeah, Zeke will take everybody on back. Yeah, that would put him at, I think, like, oh yeah, 2 for the day. You were on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't imagine that. I don't imagine. I mean that figuring out who's piloting what is going to be a terribly difficult thing. I sounded like Cherry really wanted to pilot the ship that had the luxury, the racquetball court.
LOL.
I have luxury.
Totally play racquetball while she's piloting.
A woman of many talents.
No, but if she leaves Eva and Pete to pilot the Swallowtail, then she and Ryu can go to the taking turns on the what's it called? The unnamed ship.
The SS Fancy Pants.
Oh my.
No.
Basically, it has like a like a model number, like designation with a number on it. It definitely wasn't named anything special.
Cruiser McCruisy face.
We can fix that.
He will just
I was
say
gonna
no.
say Bo and Eva get into a competition trying to think up the name of the most luxurious ship from the Jennifer Moons novel.
I think Eva is going to be another bird, probably. Or what she puts forward is probably going to be another bird.
Seems likely. This is a good point for us to kind of start wrapping this up.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should take at least a couple minutes to talk plans for next session, to help me plan ahead just a little bit. Though first, Danielle, do we have a date? We had there are some plans we're making that are going to require us to skip a session next month here.
I was
Or-
gonna think that's a lot later in July though.
Okay, I was gonna say I didn't remember which week it was.
Oh, wait,
I wasn't even 100% sure it was in July.
It's the 9th through the 16th, so I think July 14th is when we're gonna have to.
Okay.
Oh wait, also, I think we'll be home July 7th. Is that
Yeah, I was
correct?
gonna say we should be. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we should be able to play on the 7th. So it's the 14th.
Yeah, let's see. We will skip the session on the, let's see, on that date. So just a heads up about that. What's that, 3 weeks from tonight? 1, 2, 3, yeah. Then as far as planning
Thank
for
you,
next
Avery.
time.
I just saw Avery posted
Oh yeah.
when he's going to be out of crowd.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, and I can't think of anything else this next month that will inhibit our schedule. But yeah, let's do planning for next time. So sounds like an immediate revisiting the factory is off the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And if we might need to stay in Havario a little bit longer. That seems the most likely place that would have information on a corporation out here, right?
Likely.
Who's going to break the news to Bo?
We'll deal with that next session.
Well, I think we've got a couple minutes to hash this out slightly, or flesh this out slightly more. So if you are sticking around in Harvario with this unregistered ship, where are you putting it? Because I'm assuming you're not wanting to fly it to Harvario and register it there.
Yeah, we're not just taking it straight back to Lohanuda.
Well, I was saying that maybe we'd stick around Harvario because this seems like the place where we would be able to do the best research. But it is a very good point that being here is a risk in itself. Ben, would you
Mhm.
please remove the turn order?
Gladly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I forget. Yeah, I forget that does that. I thought I remembered that you could close it out individually, like as a player, and not have to look at it. But
You can like minimize it, but that's it.
got you. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
No, let's go back to Lehenu Da. Lehenu Da is a nexus point of knowledge, so I don't see any harm in starting there. That gives Cherry something to do with getting the registration process started and slow walked. Right?
Mhm. Sure. Started and walked.
Yeah, I do feel like going back to Lohane Uda gives us more things for everybody to do.
Yeah.
We better figure out our story before we jump straight into LU space.
We found this cool old ship.
So add that to the definitely add that to the planning checklist.
Yeah.
Come up with why to tell government.
Yeah, see,
No,
that's
I
news
don't
to me.
like
I didn't know
how
you
that.
guys were lying to the government. I thought you guys were just
I
you
mean,
guys
we
were
We're
gonna
sell them
fine.
the info about the
Don't-
TL5 facility as part of the price.
I don't like that price.
so see, I
What to
know
sell them the TL5
I guess
facility is
the
for the price?
Cherry using our connections plan was, I guess, more of the don't tell them anything
mm,
and
okay.
to use persuasion and bribes.
Yeah, however, we're showing up with a giant, like basically a hotel in
Yeah.
space.
Base hotel.
Also, we're the don't tell them anything plan was when we were still considering keeping this for ourselves. I of course
I
can't.
mean,
Hmm?
I kind of vote we sell to the highest bidder.
Yeah,
'Cause-
absolutely. I was just gonna say I can't speak for everyone, but I think I don't really want to go in the direction that keeping this base would take us.
Okay, so hold the
Yeah,
phone
sell the
because
base.
We're getting
yeah,
spiraling off.
well, I think you're partly, but I think you guys are also talking slightly past each other. I think what Danielle was saying is sell the ship.
Oh,
Is that what you were saying, Danielle?
I don't think it
Yeah,
is. Oh, is it?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's absolutely.
Oh no,
she
don't
had
sell
typed,
the
she had typed that out in out of character planning at one point. I basically just sell this thing off and um
But we're talking major payday because we could be pitting governments against each other.
Well, we could also be hitting a major payday with selling information of the factory, though.
And then running the risk of somebody like laying claim to this thing later.
No, we would basically be washing our hands of the factory. Um. So okay. So a few different things, I think. So w- my idea was to register the ship as ours, basically keeping the ship, but trying to do some research, trying to slow walk, giving anybody the information about where we actually got the ship, the actual coordinates of it. Confuddle them as much as possible while we research a neogen and see if we can dig up any kind of bot, security bot, and war bot override codes. Because if we can do that, then we want to race back to the facility and loot it for all its pre-tech.
Fair enough.
Is that
Honestly,
is that getting too lofty?
I don't think so.
are you planning to go back and loot it by yourselves, or are you planning to
If we have the
enlist?
codes to disable the bots.
Yeah. Um,
Oh, you're saying like if you could do some research and find some way to do that.
mhm.
Yeah.
If we can't find any way to disable the bots, then the plan is, as it formulated in my mind, was to just sell the location of the factory to somebody who thinks that they can manage the bots and wash our hands of it, but keep the ship. So
Oh.
Danielle, you're saying sell the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I thought that was clear, but I thought I'd just been like overlooked.
I know it it might have just been my own brain making your words to be what I wanted them to be. The human
It's
brain
like
is funny.
surely she wouldn't be saying sell the ship, so clearly she meant.
I thought that we all wanted a second ship.
Sorry, not sorry. I don't know.
No, it's
I mean,
fine.
I was gonna say my assumption, this is just filling in gaps that she didn't obviously say anything about at all, but my assumption was that the idea behind that was like
Would upgrade.
sell this thing off and then maybe get another ship that's larger than what you've got now, but not nearly so large and bulky as that.
Yeah, so like I was looking, and the bulk freighter we have is worth at least 8 million. By my math. Yeah, it's worth at least 8 million. At that price, we could probably get a Corvette, which is
Mhm.
smaller, but also a whole lot faster. It's faster than our current ship. Actually, wait, no. It's just a little slower than our current ship, but faster than the bulk freighter by a lot. It actually has armor, and it has a lot of space for guns.
I think what we lose with getting rid of the ship in any respect is all the pre-tech goodies.
GL5.
As you already noted, it has a lot more like installed in it than it should be able to have installed. And unless we can rip out some of those some of the pre-techs. Oh, actually it doesn't take pre-tech, right? Specialized mounting is fairly easy to install actually. It's just expensive.
And I get that like
Mhm.
it's a great cache of pre-tech info, but I don't think that means we need to be the ones to delve into it.
Okay.
And basically, I don't. I feel like that's why we could say to like Orion, hey, we want to give you first dibs on buying this from us if you want to go in on it with someone else.
I think Eva
But
could be
yeah.
convinced to go this direction, with the idea of upgrading the Swallowtail to a Corvette. Not actually upgrading the Swallowtail, but upgrading our primary ship to a Corvette. Only having to having to have one pilot, one ship to pilot, and also the idea if we can go in or basically make an arrangement with whoever we do sell the base location to give us some of the pre-tech as part of the price for that facility, she could definitely be convinced.
All right. Well, we've talked around a few plans and ideas. So what we will definitely plan for next time is going to Loenuda,
Mm-hmm.
trying your hand at getting the ship registered while divulging as little information about the location as possible without getting paid for it. And then, sounds like maybe an in-character discussion of keep the ship versus sell the ship, and perhaps, or maybe more appropriately, trade in the ship for a smaller ship that is more suited to your needs.
Mm-hmm.
Because it does sound like multiple people are interested in the ship having multiple different guns.
Oh yeah, if we got a Corvette, that's double spinal beam cannons.
Right? Double
I will-
plasma beams.
I will point out the one fact that everything Corvette and below on the table is going to need some sort of supplemental crew to be able to operate the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Patrol boat is your biggest 5 crew and under option. But
Yeah,
anywho.
but see, as far as fittings go, automation support's fairly cheap. So we could
Yeah, it
probably
is.
do a little sacrifice on weapons to get that. In addition,
Quite
tweak it a
true.
little bit and have easiness for us.
Yeah.
But there'd be no luxury cabins anymore. So we'd
Gotta
have to
beat them
do some
luxury
thinking.
cabins. Yeah.
Lies. We can get luxury cabins back.
You can also put those on whatever ship you get.
Yes.
All right, so let's jump to faves here. Dex, you're first.
So I didn't write it down this time because I thought for sure I was gonna remember it, but there was a point where Eva, Cherry, and Bo were just having a conversation. And it was kind of uninterrupted by out of character or moving the scene along or roles or anything. They were just talking away.
They're just vibing.
Just vibing.
Just vibing. I like it. All right. Danielle has gone ahead and submitted hers by text. She had mentioned that we were gonna need to try to wrap up about on time. We are going just a little bit over here. But go ahead, Ethan. Go ahead and give me yours.
The very short combat with Zeke. Ace is a close second. All the fun in the smuggler's hold.
Yes. It's like, what fun was Bo having in the smuggler's hold before everybody arrived? The smuggler's hold chock full of drugs and booze.
And a
Mm,
jump scare bot.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I guess kind of with the vibe of all the good interactions and stuff that came out, I decided to check the smuggler's hold for loot.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where that conversation was too. It was Smuggler's Hold.
Yeah. All right. Danielle submitted her favorites as even Cherry having to be the DARE graduates of the group. And also Eva and the tent pole.
Nice.
Robert, what about you?
I was gonna say getting to join it all tonight. And
Yeah.
in addition to that, packing the tent. That was a funny scene. Same with the elevator theft.
Yeah, that was an excellent idea. Avery, what about you?
Mind-altering experiences. Thinking about the scene.
Mm-hmm.
The temporal rift sans gravity well. Not a good
You
idea.
like that, huh?
Now we know.
There's more of that where that came from.
I double it and give it to the next person.
That's good. Let's see. Yeah, I think yeah, how do I is this right? Teleportative? Would that be the adjective?
Mm,
The adjectival form of teleportation? Anyway,
sure.
I'm gonna say so. Teleportative reconnaissance. I enjoyed that. And I also I think let's see. I guess I'll just call it Bo's pilfering.
Hmm.
But yeah, the 5-finger discount or the 5-finger
yes,
tax.
that's a great another great way to put it. I look forward to seeing what comes of all that. What you guys found in the smuggler's hold. But anyway, I think we'll call it there. Oh, everyone will gain 1 experience point. Put you all at 71. So assuming you all survive next session, you should be going up to level 9.
All right.
Like we
And
kill you in the
saves
morning.
posted.
All
I'll
You
right.
guys
end the
seen?
stream.
Okay.
Thanks.